Hello everyone. Got another video here. This is Fall Classic Baseball. Fall Classic is a fairly new game on the market by Greg Sylvan and sold on ASG Games, but the website is fallclassicbaseball.com. Greg Sylvan has made many baseball games over the year, and he's got a real winner here with Fall Classic. He's cranking out the seasons as quick as anything. Many seasons available now for Fall Classic. I wanted to give you a demonstration of how the game's played. Just this past week, Greg released an Excel helper for people like myself who like to play the games on their computer without taking up a lot of space on tabletops with cards and dice. The game comes in cards and dice form, and now with the Excel helper, hopefully um, you'll be able to play the game with you on the computer with an Excel helper. He just released this, so he only gave two sample teams, which is the two World Series teams from this year, the Dodgers and the Astros. So I thought I'd play a few innings just so you can get an idea how the game plays. So if you're sitting on the fence about whether to try the game or not, hopefully this will push you over the edge and give the game a try. It's really a good game. The Dodgers and Astros here from Minute Maid Park. This video is on October the 29th, 2017. Game 5 of the 2017 World Series will be played later tonight. The two pitchers will be Dallas Keuchel of the Astros, and I hope I'm saying that right, and Clayton Kershaw of the Dodgers. I've got the Dodgers lineup as Chris Taylor, Corey Seager, Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger, Yasiel Puig, Jock Peterson, Austin Barnes, Chase Utley, and Yasmani Grandal. The first thing you do before you start the game, you have to see which pitcher grade the pitcher is going to be using for the game. It's called the bullpen session, A, B, and C. What you do is you roll a D20 dice, and if it's between 1 and 6, he pitches with his A grade. 7 to 14 is a B grade, and 15 to 20 is the C grades. So this yellow D20 here is what I use. Now I can press these buttons, but they don't work on my Mac for some reasons. As you can see, these buttons don't do anything. So I have to use the F9 key to actually roll the dice, and I scroll down the different batters by the bar here on the side. So I'm going to push F9 and get a dice roll here to see what pitcher grade Dallas Keuchel will be pitching at. So here's an F9 roll, and it is a 2, which puts him in the 1 to 6 A category. So I'll go up here and type in the letter A, and as you can see, the A is highlighted. So he'll be using the A grades, which is as good as you can get. When the Astros come to bat, we'll do the same thing for Clayton Kershaw to see what grade he'll be pitching at. Just going to play a few innings just to give you an idea how the game plays. Fantastic game, a lot of fun to play, and we'll get started here. The first batter is Chris Taylor. We roll the dice with an F9, and we get a 3-5, which is on Chris Taylor's card, a blank. So we go over here to the 3-5 under Keichel's card, and we see it says out. So what kind of out is it? Well, on the helper here, we look down here in the out range where the white strip is, and we see it's a fly out to right field. So Chris Taylor has flown to right for one down. We go to the next batter, and that's Corey Seager. We roll the dice again, F9, and we get a roll of 46, which will send us to the ballpark. Here's the ballpark card up here, Minute Maid Park. We take the D20, which is a 12. Corey Seager is a left-handed batter, BL there, bats left. So number 12 under the BL category falls into a pop out, 11 to 16. So Corey Seager will pop out, and that is 2 away. We'll go to the next batter, which is Justin Turner. We'll roll the dice here, F9, and it is a 25, which on Turner's card is under the out category. So since we have the out designation, we go straight to see what kind of out it is, and it is a line out. So Turner lines out, and Keuchel gets the Dodgers in order here in the top of the first. We'll go to the home half of the first, so I click the home up tab, so the home team is up to bat now. So we click that, and we have George Springer leading off against Clayton Kershaw. We need to roll to see what grade Kershaw will be pitching at. So I'll roll the F9 here, and we'll get a 13, which falls into the 714 range, which is the B category. So I don't have to change this here. He'll stay at a B. A is the best, B is the average, and C is the worst. Springer will lead off. We will roll the dice here, F9. 65, which is a home run on the pitcher's card. So we come down here to 65. It'll be a home run if the D20 is between 1 and 12. Some batters that don't hit as many home runs will have P minus a number, say P minus 4. So if that's the case, P minus 4, you subtract that 4, which would make it 1 to 8. But Springer hits with pretty good power. He hit 34 homers in the regular season. So it's just whatever the pitcher's rating is. It's 1 to 12. 18 falls outside that range, so it is not a home run. Instead, it's considered an out. So we go over here and it's a fly to center. So consider that a deep fly to center that's hauled in for 1 down. Next batter is Alex Bregman. We'll roll for Bregman. F9 roll is a 21. We go over here, it says K, so that is a strikeout. We don't have to worry about this. Only when the word out appears do we look at this. So if it says K, that is a strikeout. So Bregman goes down on strikes. 2 away, looking for a first base runner here. Most likely American League MVP Jose Altuve is next. And we roll for him and we get a 24. Now this is a hit by pitcher with a plus. That means if he gets on base here, he'll be having a chance to steal. The hit by pitch is 1 to 10, and that does fall in that category. However, Kershaw doesn't hit many guys. As you can see, his hit by pitch rating is -7, so we have to reduce this number by 7, which would make this 1 to 3. So this 9 is actually outside that range. So it is not a hit batter. Instead is an out, which is a fly ball to right field. So the Astros also go out in order, 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the second inning. We'll go to the away team, the Dodgers, up to bat. Cody Bellinger will lead off against Dallas Keuchel, and we'll roll the dice and get a 65-16. So 65 is a home run pitcher. We go to the pitcher rating. Only a dice roll of 1 out of 20 will be a home run, and the 16 is well outside the range of 1, so it becomes a out. We look over here at what kind of out. It's a ground ball to shortstop. So if this had been a 1, that would have been a home run. So 1 down. The next batter is Puig. We'll roll the dice. 66-3. 66 is a home run. There's no slashes or no splits, so this ball is out of here. A home run for Puig off Dallas Keuchel, and the Dodgers lead 1-0. By the way, you can score the games using the score sheet here. I haven't neglected to do that here, but as you see, we could put in the home run for Puig there. Bellinger had grounded to short, so we could do 6-3 or ground to short, something like that, for the scoring, and you can fill in the information. So Greg does include a score sheet here to make scoring easier. This helper does not compile stats, but he does have a score sheet there, and there's instructions on how to use it and all that, and the charts for the game, quick outs, quick hits, base running, different things like that. So Puig's hit a home run. It's 1-0 Dodgers. Jock Peterson will be next. He hit a home run in Game 4, in the real-life Game 4 last night in the 9th inning. Hit a 3-run homer. Here's the roll to Peterson. It is a 52. The 52 is a KD defense. The first thing we look for is it a strikeout? Is this 15 within the KD rating of 1 to 5 here? It is not within the range, so it's not a strikeout. So we go to the defensive chart. Over here it says 52 error. This will be a possible error on the shortstop, a 1 base error. That At one asterisk means just one base. If it had been 51, you'd see it had been a possible two base error on the first baseman. So we have to see if it's an error on the shortstop. If it is, it'll just be a one base error. How do we do that? We go up to the shortstop, Carlos Correa. His error rating is 3, and we have this D20 roll here of 2. So the 3 covers the 2. So this is, in fact, an error on Correa, a one base error on the shortstop. So Peterson is on at first with one down. And we could put here in the second inning E6. Make it capital E6. So on and so forth. The next batter would be Austin Barnes, runner at first, one out. We roll for him, and we get a 56, which is a blank. So we go over here to Keichel's card in the A category. That's a K. That's a strikeout. So two down. We could put K there. And two down, man on first for Chase Utley. We'll roll for him. 15. 15's an out. That's going to be a fly ball to right field. So if we were scoring, we could say F9 to end the inning. All right, the home team would be up, and that is Correa will lead off. Correa made the error in the last inning. It did not hurt the Astros, though. Correa's role against Kershaw, pitching is a B, is a 16, and that is a K. That's a strikeout. One down. Yuli Gurriel. 1-2, that is an out. That is a fly to center, so two down. And Marwin Gonzalez. 26. Now, 26 is usually a single against the opposite-sided pitcher. So if he's a right-handed batter against a lefty, it would be a single. If it was lefty on lefty, it would be an out, so on and so forth. But since Gonzalez bats both, he's a switch hitter. This is an automatic single. So Gonzalez has a single with two outs here, and Josh Reddick will be up next. You can see here 126 for Reddick. He bats left, so the only way 26 would be a single is if he's facing a right-handed pitcher. Otherwise, it'd be an out. So we'll roll for Reddick, and we will get a 2-4, and that is an out, which is a grounder to first, and that ends the inning. We'll go to the top of the third. Utley was out last time. Grandal will lead off. Yasmani Grandal will bat against Keichel. 1-0 Dodgers. 16 is a K. That's a strikeout. And we go back to the top of the order for Chris Taylor. 62 is a blank, so we go over here. 62 is in the K range, so that is a strikeout as well. 2 Ks in the inning for Keichel. Corey Seager. The roll is a 56. That is a blank, and it's also a K. So Keichel strikes out the side there in the top of the third. Go to the home half of the third. Evan Gattis will be up first. He's the DH against Kershaw. The roll is a 6-1. That is a blank, and it's also a K. So strikeout for Gattis by Kershaw. Brian McCann, lefty on lefty. 66 is a 3. That ball is out of here, a home run. So McCann has tied it up with a long home run, and it is 1-1. We'll go back to the top of the order for George Springer. And Springer will roll a 45, and that is a blank. 45 under Kershaw's card is an out, and that is a grounder to second. 2 away. And Alex Bregman. 36, also a blank, and that is also an out, which is a grounder to third. So that ends it. We'll go to the next inning, the fourth, with Justin Turner will lead it off for the Dodgers. 61's a blank, and that it says 61K for Keichel. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for him. Cody Bellinger, 21's a K. That's 5 strikeouts in a row. Yasiel Puig homered last time. 43 is a blank, and this time he will make an out, which is a grounder to third. So that ends the inning. Bottom of the fourth, still 1-1. Alex Bregman will lead off for the Astros. 51 is a strikeout. That if this 11 is within 1-6, it's not though, so it's not a strikeout. If that had been 1-6, it would have been a strikeout. Instead, we go to the defensive part. 51 errors, a potential error on Corey Seager. We check his error rating, which is a 3. The D20 rolls a 19, which is way outside the range. So Seager makes the play, 1 away. Altuve, 15 is a out X. Now the X means if the out is a ground out and there's a runner at first, it's an automatic double play. But since nobody's on, this is just a regular ground out to short. Carlos Correa, 32 is a blank. And this on Kershaw's card is a possible double if the roll is between a 1 and a 10. As you can see, an 8 is within that. So Correa has a 2-out double. And Yuli Gurriel will have a chance to drive him in. And it's a 22, and that is a single. So this could score him. We look over here, the single second to home chart. And it says the ball is hit to center field, the runner scores. If there's a F runner on first, he goes to third, but nobody's on first. So this is just a single to center, and the runner scores. If you're not sure of these, you want a little more definition, we can always go to the outs and hits chart. And there's a runner at second, so we go up here to the hits section, runner at second. The roll was a 15. So under hits on 15, you can see it says center fielder scores. So you can get a little more if you're not sure what the shorthand means over here. So that's a 2-1 Astros lead now. Marwin Gonzalez, 2-out man at first. And 56 is a blank, and that's a strikeout. That ends it. So you go to the 5th inning. Jock Peterson will lead off. And we'll end this after 5. Peterson, 44. That is a double, 1-7. Otherwise, it's a walk. 19's outside, 1-7, so it's a walk. Leadoff walk for Peterson. Austin Barnes, 24, is a hit by pitch, 1-13. Keuchel takes 4 away from that, so it's 1-9, and that is outside the range, so it's not a hit by pitch. Instead, it's a ground ball to short. But there's a man at first, so we look here, and this 1 in parentheses means if the white die, the second D10 is a 1, the runner would advance. But since it's not a 1, it's a 4, we go over here. The 1-by-2 means it's a fielder's choice. The man at first is out at second, unless the shortstop has a strong arm. SS means shortstop, S means strong, be a double play. So we look up here at the arm rating of the shortstop Correa, and he's just an average arm. If that was an S, this would be a double play, but since it's an A, this is just a fielder's choice. So Barnes now is on at first with 1 down. Chase Utley, 45 is a plus sign. That what this means is if he gets on base off the pitcher card, he will try to steal second if second base is unoccupied. So we'll go over here. 45 is an out G, which means this is an out on a ground ball. Some pitchers have a tendency to have more ground balls or fly balls than other pitchers. So Keichel's a ground ball pitcher. This is in fact a ground ball. Even if it said fly ball, it will be a ground ball. So ground ball at first, we do the same thing. Man at first. If it's a 1, he advances. It's the 5. So this will be a double play unless the shortstop has a weak arm. But he has an average arm. So this is in fact a double play. If he had a weak arm, it would be a fielder's choice. So the double play ends the inning. And that will go to the bottom of the 5th. Reddick will lead off. 25 is an out. That's a pop out. Evan Gattis. 13 is an out X. That would be an automatic double play with the man at first. It's a ground ball. It is a ground ball. 2 down. Brian McCann. 54. We'll go to the 54 chart. Now the 54 chart. We look at this. It's a 6. 54 chart. Up here. Base is empty. The roll was a 6. So we look here. And it says 1 to 6 at the top there, fly ball. Refer to D20. Um, D6. 1 to 2 is left fielder, 3 to 4 is center field, 5 to 6 is right fielder. We can come back over here and look at this row here. It's a 3. So this ball would be to the center fielder, and it's a fly ball unless the center fielder makes an error. So we have to check the center fielder error rating, and that is Chris Taylor. His error rating is a 3, but the roll's a 10, so it's outside, so it's just a fly ball to center. And that will end it. That's through 5 innings. The Astros lead 2-1, and I'm going to cut this off now because my battery's about to die for one thing. But hope you enjoy this. Hope to give you an idea how Fall Classic plays. If you have any questions, hit the forum or ask below on this YouTube video. Thank you.